Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViews and Help. And today I am going to talk about how you can calculate someone or something's birthday. And this being someone alive or dead, or say you got a vase, a cabinet or something that's really old, and you know the day, month, and the year. You can get exactly how old it is, or at least the year. You can get the abouts old. So as far as things goes, the formulas that I'm going to show you, the first one I'm going to show you is the basic common sense approach, but it's a large number, and most people cannot calculate large numbers like this in their head at any given time. And I'm going to show you this real quick before I start talking about what I've made to make it more palatable. So let's throw in a random thing. Right now is January 14th, 2014. So what we're doing is 2014 minus, let's throw a random 1, 5, 4, 3. Doesn't really matter. And that's how old it is by years, giving that the month and day is true. Saying, since it's January 14th, if the thing was made or whatnot was made between January 1st and the 14th, and this number's true. If it's made after January 15th through the 31st, then you just minus 1 and this number will be true. So basically, if you don't know the month and day, then what you're pretty much looking at is it's either this or this old. So that's a simple way to put it. That's a common sense approach. But not many people are able to look at large 1,000 number places and really get a true answer very quickly. I'm trying to make it more palatable, so that's something, again, to point out. So, talking about how this works. Again, you need to know the year, preferably the month and date also. But why did I make this formula, and how is it usable? Well, when I was out at NASA, many people know that I worked around NASA when a manned spaceflight was going on. And when I was out there, a lot of the time I got asked a lot how old I was, and to the point it was getting annoying. And mostly I was asked by a lot of these old timers and whatnot. And I'm assuming it's because I was able to keep up, whereas most people in my age group probably was more concerned about how much alcohol they were going to consume than any actual or mechanics or rocket science or anything like that. So as far as, and not trying to be insultive, but that's my assumption on why. But as far as things goes, I was also being asked how old certain rocket engines were, and sometimes we used older obsolete rocket engines that were just lying around as learning tools, or we will break down old rocket engines and actually incorporate some of that into the new rocket engines to make a better rocket engine and a brand new one. So that was pretty neat when that happened. Didn't happen that often, but I saw it like 2 or 3 times when I was out there. So let's get right on to this. Now, as far as this goes, you need to know the 100th place. So let's get into it. My birthday is October 12th, 1987. So getting into the years, this is the most important part to make it more palatable. What we're looking at is 87, the last 2 digits. So aside from that, if the 19 or anything from the left of the last 2 digits are the same from now or whatever the end date is. So say for example, if I am trying to figure out how old was I in 1990, then this first example is useless. But given that we're trying to figure out how old I am today, this first example is useful. So given that pretty much given that everything on the left from the 87 is different than it is today, since it's 2014, so it's 2000, went up 1, then we need to put in 100. Sorry about that. 100. Minus that by the last 2 digits, and that gives you 87. This means when the 100th rolled around, I was 13 years old. Or in this case, when the millennia rolled around, I was 13 years old. So, as far as that goes, we got 13. Now, how many years happen after the 100th? It's 14. So, sorry about that. It's 13 plus 14, which equals 27. Now, here's where the month and date comes in. I was born October 12th, 1987. Well, the October 12th is very important now, since it's January 14th, since we're looking at a month prior to that, it's automatically -1. Same thing goes with, let's say hypothetical purposes, if my birthday was January 15th, it's still -1. However, what you're looking at is if the month and day is between January 1st and the current day you're at, then the answer is true. However, if the month and day is not that, then the answer is false, which means it's -1. So basically what this means is I'm currently 26 years old. Easy enough as far as that goes. And if I go too fast or word is complicatedly or whatnot, and you can't keep up, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't really think bad about yourself. But just let me know, and I'll try to help you out as best as I can. Just to let you know, I have a engineering concept as far as things, and that's why I word things off, and most people can't keep up. But as far as things goes, let's take an example of some birthday within this year or this century. So 2000 and let's say 2. So 2002. Now, given that it's 2014, these last 2 numbers we're not concerned about. Anything on the left side, has it changed? No. So the second example will come in play. So what you do is minus the current year or whatever the end year that you're looking at. So 2014 by 2 or 02. It'll still give you the same answer as you see here. It's 12. Now, has the month and day passed as far as has it been between January 1st and the 14th? If so, this answer is true. If not, being it's January 15th or through the December 31st, then this is -1. So that's a simple way to put it. So let's pick another arbitrary date within this own century. So let's do it near 2002 and have the end date being 2010. So 10 minus 02 or 2 is 8, obviously. Again, if someone was born 2002 and let's say January 1st, 2002, and you're trying to figure out how old they were at 2010, that's how old they were. Obviously, if they're born on the 15th or after, then it's -1, which would be 7. Easy enough. Easy. So this applies. Let's say I want to know how old I was in the 90s, say 95, just picking a round date, minus 87. That's how old I was. Amazingly enough, that I really wasn't trying to aim for that. But as far as things goes, that's an easy way to figure it out. So, what if something is really old, like 200-300 years old, or 1,000 years old, or something? Given you know the date, say a vase or something, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Given you know the date, let's say 1887, just throwing a number out there, 1887. Today is again 2014. These last two numbers doesn't make a difference. Anything on the left makes a difference. They're different. So what we do is we automatically 100 minus 87. Then given that the 100 years has passed after that century turnaround, we plus 100 plus 14. That gives you to this 100 years. So we plus 14 on top of that, and that gives you that. So what was it? 1887. So let's do 1887, and same thing. So there. Yep. So same thing. Now let's throw something even further back. Just make it a little more simple to put another example out. Let's say year 300. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good example since 1,000 years has passed. Let's give it a 330. So 100 minus 30 equals 70. Simple. Now we need to remember that, so just set the calculator to remember. And then since it's 2014, what we need to do is 2000 minus 400, which gives us that. Add it on to this, add that on to 14, and that's the age of something from year 330. Simple as enough. Now again, this pretty much works with anything. Again, if I went too fast at all or anything like that, then let me know and I'll try to help you out as I can. And if you have any other mathematical formulas or anything like that to calculate something's age, then feel free to leave them below in the comment section. It'd be pretty nice to see some others. And this has been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of Tech Reviews and Help, and I hope you have a great day.